Alright, we're gonna skip the sarcastic intro. It's not gonna be a funny one because honestly this situation is pretty serious, and for my content I'm also gonna take it pretty seriously. What's going on, everybody? Cryptix, and we're gonna be talking about the Amouranth situation. Now I know you've probably seen some videos on it. I'm a little late to the party, but there was an update today that Amouranth gave to her audience. So before we get into the rest of the video, guys, I want you to drop a like, share this video. Let's aim for 50 likes. It's not a high like goal. I don't want to waste any more of your time with this intro. Let's just get into it. So Amouranth, for those of you that maybe don't know or have been living under a rock, I've made content on her before in the past for some pretty crazy things that she's gotten away with when it comes to the Twitch terms of service. But this is a completely different situation, okay? The most simple way to summarize it is that in the past couple of days, Amouranth has released to the internet, released to her audience, her subs, you know, the people that pay and donate to her, she has revealed to the internet that she has a husband. But not only that, she went on stream a couple of days ago without her husband knowing and basically explained it all. And on top of that, she had her husband on the phone yelling at her again while she was streaming without her husband actually knowing that she was streaming. So basically, I don't think it was a form of blackmail. Some people are calling it that. She is in an abusive relationship because of the points that I'm about to mention. So first thing, her husband was the one actually calling the shots when it came to when she streamed, what content she did stream, and didn't even, for like the longest time, didn't even disclose that she had a husband because it was good for business. If you portray yourself as a single e-girl, you're going to get more donations, more subscribers, because these simps think they're, you know, going to have a chance with you if they give you enough money. So her husband was essentially listing out these things for her to do, when to do it, how to do it. She even, you know, was explaining how she wanted to reveal that she had a husband before the hot tub meta became a thing on Twitch. There was this, you know, loophole in the Twitch terms of service that allowed girls to stream in hot tubs even if it was indoors. So people got like these blow up pools, mainly e-girls, and were streaming with their bikinis on in the just chatting section. And Amouranth wanted to reveal to the internet at that time that she had a husband before that meta came out, and her husband was like, no, you're going to do this meta and then maybe we'll, you know, release the truth out to the public after we make some more money. So some people are saying, you know, Amouranth has to take some accountability here because, you know, she should have stood up to him, she should have done this and that, and etc., etc. But the bottom line is, and I usually, you know, am going against e-girls in a lot of my content, but the bottom line is you don't know what to do when you're in a mentally or physically abusive relationship. Not to say that Amouranth was physically abused, but she was definitely mentally abused based off of the specifics that we got in her stream, basically explaining everything that I mentioned in the past, you know, 3 to 4 minutes, right? So basically this guy was yelling at her, saying she has to do these certain things while she was streaming this, and she basically revealed texts that, you know, of, you know, her husband basically sending threats to her saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to put, you know, the money in crypto that we've earned and ruin it all, and you'll only be able to keep $1 million. There was another text that basically explained if she didn't do another type of stream, the guy was going to give the dogs away to like a slaughterhouse, which is just disgusting. So there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that people haven't realized about Amouranth and the content that she does, right? So that's basically the backstory, but there was an update today, and apologies for not showing you guys clips of this. You can probably find them on Twitter, but I actually tried to edit this video a couple of times, and it got like copyright claims because of certain things with like, you know, basically the copyright system on YouTube. So basically I can't show the clips, but there was another clip of Amouranth today, and it was about like a minute long, so I don't really want to waste your time with it. She said she got a hold of her social media accounts back because the husband was also controlling those. He was also controlling the financials, and she's now seeking legal and financial counseling from external sources outside of her husband. So she should be able to manage to get most of that money back. And also she now has control over her social media platforms, which is great to hear. This is a pretty crazy situation. And the question that I want to pose to you guys, right, is how many females, how many e-girls do you think actually have like a boyfriend or husband behind closed doors to specifically make money, right? Because they make more money if they're portrayed as single. But I also want to know how many of these e-girls do you think that have husbands or boyfriends, those people are controlling the e-girl in some way, shape, or form? Do you think some of these guys that are in relationships with these girls want a cut of the money? Do you think they deserve a cut of the money? Personally, I don't think so. I think if the girl's going to do what she wants to do, she should also have the financial bearings of whatever she earns. I don't think, you know, those guys should be getting that type of money. Those guys should be working, you know, their own job, making their own money, doing something else, right? But the crazy thing about this is that Amouranth's been a streamer for like 6 or 7 years, I think, at this point. And she's been caught in controversies time and time and time again. But a lot of people are saying, oh, Amouranth specifically didn't reveal that she had a husband so she can profit off of the tier 3 subs herself. But it seems from the things that I've just mentioned before and the situation with the hot tub meta that she wanted to reveal almost a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago at this point, that she had a husband and has that husband, right, at least at this point in time, to her audience. But it seems like the husband was the one withholding that information to make even more money. So I don't really necessarily think it's Amouranth's fault in this situation, because the husband was calling the shots here and basically saying, I don't want you to reveal this to the world. Do this, make some more money, and then we'll revisit the whole, you know, Amouranth has a husband thing later on. I think it's pretty sad for Amouranth to have endured this situation, and we don't even know for how long she's experienced this type of, you know, mental abuse, financial abuse, honestly. And the other thing too is that, like, all of these subs, all of these people that have donated to her in the past, like, those people will always be clowned on, like, but at the end of the day, some of those guys gave money to her thinking they had a shot. Meanwhile, she had a husband this entire time. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully those guys also, like, learned a lesson at this point in time too. Maybe we'll have less simps in the world. But honestly, you know, it's less competition for all the guys out there that actually go out of their house. Supply and demand, if you know what I'm saying. But in all seriousness, it's been a pretty terrible situation for her. You know, obviously people have reached out to her and things like that to, you know, make sure that she has support, and, you know, the guy that's in the picture is soon to be hopefully out of the picture. So it's been great to see the internet, for the most part, like, back this girl and the, you know, situation that she's been involved in. Hopefully she can get away from that guy, get away from this situation, get her money back, and overall just run the business by her own, on her, you know, own accord, essentially. So I hope you all did enjoy this video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, comment down below what you think about all of this, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm your boy Cryptix. Definitely not giving my social media or financials to, you know, anyone that I'm in a relationship with, especially content creating. That's my own thing, you know what I'm saying? And signing off.